and welcome to this week's edition of the Majin News, the place where you can get all the information about the world of Dragon Ball from around the world. Without further ado, here are the biggest news announcements from the previous week. One of Akira Toriyama's formative editors, Kazuhiko Torishima, has recently revealed new information regarding the failure of the movie Dragon Ball Evolution. 10 years after the movie was released worldwide, Torishima chatted with the website ByGlobeJP on various topics, one of them being evolution. The Twitter user Ochimusha108 and comicbook.com broke the news recently, with the former summarizing that strong-arming tactics were used to ensure the show's original creator stayed silent. Instead of ideas being simply ignored, Ochimusha108's summary of the ByGlobe interview with Torishima stated the following. Torishima, yes Torishima, not Toriyama, recently spoke frankly about the failure of the Dragon Ball film. He wanted to know why they allowed it to happen, and in discussing the matter with Hollywood lawyers, he discovered that for the original rights holder to tell a production company yes or no in the production process, it requires an investment of $45 million. He went on to describe that even had he known this at the time, he wouldn't have been able to acquiesce to such a deal, given the price. However, now armed with the knowledge of past failures, he would essentially do so in a heartbeat if it meant success. Reading the interview, albeit through Google Translate, Mr. Torishima went on to say that lawyers used terse language, saying that they had no reason to talk to people who didn't give them additional money to the project. Shueisha in 2009 would have had to use 2/3 of their previous year's profit to even acquire vetoing rights, and subsequently, Shueisha and Mr. Torishima learned from this tactic. Should a new live-action Dragon Ball movie occur in the future, we could expect greater control from the original Dragon Ball rights holders. The director of the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie, Tatsuya Nagamine, has been appointed the new director of the One Piece television series. Mr. Nagamine will commence his duties as the showrunner for the long-running series from the Wano Country arc, which takes place around chapter 942 of the equally long-running manga series by Eiichiro Oda. Mr. Nagamine's last time directing One Piece was during the theatrical adaptation of the franchise of One Piece known as One Piece Film Z. The news was broken by a mixture of sources, such as Ashitano Gin on Twitter, the Reddit user Raxan Alligator, and of course, the MasakoX's channel own R&R artist Nexus Mania. Mr. Nagamine will be taking over from the previous director for the television series, Toshihiro Fukusawa. This has led to concerns about the quality and future of the Dragon Ball Super revival that has been rumoured to be returning and then subsequently denied. Without Nagamine's influence, fans were skeptical of the effects of the Broly movie being translated to the smaller screen. However, Tatsuya Nagamine had been directing on Dragon Ball Super since February 2017 alongside fellow producer Ryota Nakamura, from which the pair had managed to carve out the ambitious Universe Survival arc. The departure of Mr. Nagamine was believed to be occurring previous to this announcement, as the producers' desire to stay with the Dragon Ball franchise was very much in the short term. Mr. Nakamura, his colleague on the television series, has shown no signs of signing on with another Toei Animation project. Toei Animation had surged to a surprise profit in the fiscal year of 2018 thanks to the strong performances of its Dragon Ball Super properties, as well as its other theatrical outings. The business publication Nikkei Asian Review stated that the success of the latest Dragon Ball film appears to have given Toei enough key energy to eke out an increase in consolidated profit in the latest fiscal year, defying the contraction that had been anticipated. The company ended the 2018 financial year up 10% from the previous year in regards to sales, after anticipating a lower estimate. The Dragon Ball Super Broly movie itself generated box office takings of almost 4 billion yen in Japan alone, with the worldwide estimate being 12 billion yen, almost 10% of Toei's entire sales revenue. What also contributed to this increase was the uptake in revenue from the mobile game Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle, to which Toei receives a sizable cut, having attained partial copyright of the title along with Bandai Namco. Bandai Namco themselves also reported an increase in their profits and their overall sales revenue, with the latter increasing by almost 30 billion yen. All of this monetary success lends to the idea that Dragon Ball Super will be continuing in some fashion, but only time will tell, as well as sales figures for the year of 2019. The Universe 2 fighter Ribrianne has been announced as another downloadable character to be included in the upcoming Ultra Pack 1 DLC pack for the game Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. Alongside Super Saiyan God Vegeta, Ribrianne has been viewed as a surprising and conflicting addition to the fighting roster, with the popular YouTuber and Dragon Ball game enthusiast Rhymestyle labelling the character as Bandai running out of ideas for the long-running fighting RPG. As reported by Gematsu, Ribrianne's attacks will include the following. Formation increases super attack strength and recovery effects by maintaining poses. Pretty Cannon shoots heart-shaped ki blasts that increase the power of her Ribrianne Eternal Love ultimate attack for each one that hits. Pretty Charge takes a unique pose to build up ki. Lovely Cyclone sucks up the opponent with a high-speed spin, and additional input allows her to tackle them. Ribrianne's ultimate attacks also follow a similar look and feel, with the final ultimate dubbed the Ribrianne Lovely Showtime, which restores overall ki and stamina. The Subverting Magical Girl character will be made available to play in the month of June, for all of those purchasing Ultra Pack 1. The British Dragon Ball anime convention's Seiyacon has announced their 5th headline voice acting guest, after announcing the voice of Whis, Ian Sinclair, last month. The voice of Hercule, Chris Rager, will partner up with Josh Martin, the voice actor for the character Majin Buu, for the 3-day convention set to take place in Milton Keynes, England on the 20th to 22nd of September this year. Tickets are available now. For full disclosure, I myself will be hosting the convention alongside other European creators and musicians from around the Dragon Ball community. With almost 4 months to go, expect more guests to be announced soon. And finally, the formal subreddit of this very channel, MasakoX, has gone live. You can find the subreddit over at reddit.com/r/Masako for all the latest content to do with MasakoX and Majin news. And so as to make this and final segment feel a little less self-indulging, the Reddit user Soramaster reckons this ramen restaurant's logo looks like the Saiyan royal family crest. Does it look like said emblem? Vote now in the poll above. That is all from today's Majin news. If you have any news concerning Dragon Ball that may be of interest to us, use the hashtag Majin News and we shall credit you and fact check the information. Thank you. And until next week, it's goodbye from us.